Hi everyone, and welcome to today's vlog and first episode of what I'd like to call business time. It's time to talk about something serious, and that is what I've learned through 10 years of working. A lot of people have asked, have I picked up anything, any lessons? And I think the main skill I have learned is how to avoid 8 hours of work a day for 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year for the past 10 years. And it would be a waste for me not to share these secrets and tidbits with you. And so I've collected them all in this book. As you can see, lots of pages, so probably lots of things, but I've only written this many, so lots more to fill. But I'd like to share some of the top ones with you in a series I like to call Business Time. So first of all, a bit of a warning. This is not for you vigorous young go-getters who are out there to get promotions and climb the corporate ladder and all that. A good boss will see through all of this. This is really designed for the vast majority of bosses that are not good bosses. They are only really concerned with looking good, and a busy worker makes them look good, and that's what this book is designed for. Maybe one day I'll publish it, but until now, here is this advice for free, which I'll share over a couple of series of videos. First of all, find out who matters. That might sound a bit odd, but you really need to go through the office and find out who matters. Who matters to your career, who's going to care if you arrive late, who's going to worry about whether you're doing a good job or not. Because those are the people you need to impress. I'm not saying you don't need to impress anybody else, but I'm saying that those people are more important to impress than the others. Put it this way, first impressions last. When you first arrive, people will be going, oh, who's this guy, what's he about, oh, the beard, I don't know, maybe he's not going to be good at work and better at terrorism, I don't know. But if you just make a good impression, you can pretty much ride that wave for the longest time. I mean, I remember that advice given to me when I started high school, and it was just make a good impression in standard 6 and standard 7, grade 8 and grade 9, and you can pretty much get away with murder throughout the rest of high school. I mean, I remember an example of, I was pretty much a goody two-shoes for the beginning of high school. And I remember pretty much in matric then when an example where I just didn't do an essay. I forgot or I didn't care, and everyone was handing theirs in, and I went up to the teacher and I said, hey, sorry, I forgot to do mine. Can I do it tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, no problem, because I've been a good student. And then I heard someone else ask for an extension, and she pretty much gave them detention. So I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm saying the system can be used, and that's a tip. Make sure you make a good impression. It's easier to apologize than ask permission. Yeah, that makes sense. So pretty much asking, may I leave early, versus just leaving early and the next day going, oh, sorry, I had something urgent to do, far easier. So yeah, that's another tip. Always walk with a piece of paper. A lot of people don't understand why, but it really makes you look more important or that you're doing something urgent. So if you're walking, for example, to the bathroom, or to lunch break with a piece of paper, no one thinks that. They think, important meeting. No one goes to lunch or smoke break with a piece of paper. So yeah, just carry around a piece of paper because you must be going to an important meeting. Next tip, technology saved us again. Ebooks, phenomenal. Since the dawn of the ebook, I have avoided so much work, because what you do is you just take your ebook and you take a couple of chapters and you email them to you. And you open it up in Outlook or Gmail or whatever email thing you use, and you just sit there reading about the adventures of Frodo Baggins, or I don't know, who's the chick from 50 Shades of Grey? Like, I don't know. And yeah, just read away. Obviously important business emails and should not be disturbed. Keep track of when your boss arrives and leaves work. This is important because it makes no sense working earlier than your boss arrives. It also it looks good if you work later than your boss, but I mean, you don't really have to. But the key is, if you know your boss arrives late, say your work starts at 9 and he always arrives at 9:30, arrive at 9:25. Really, for all he knows, you've been there since 9. When you're setting targets for the year in terms of things to achieve, make sure that you have mitigations all the time. Things that reasons why you might not achieve what you set out to do, things that made things a bit difficult, all that sort of stuff, and make sure your boss is aware of them throughout the year, so that when it comes to the end of the year, when you don't deliver, you've got reasons that they knew about the whole way through the year. Also, never complain about easy targets. A lot of people they get given a target and it's a bit soft and they'll go, oh, it's so easy. That's stupid. Do not complain about an easy target. The other thing is don't then kill a really easy target. If your target's easy, just deliver it. Maybe a little bit over, beat it, but don't kill it, because next year your target will be much higher if you kill your previous target. I mean, another thing I've learned about targets in general, and I learned this from the guys at the top, the CEOs, when they're delivering company results to the shareholders. Anything wrong is not your fault. Anything right is completely your fault. And I learned this, for example, when you've heard companies give out results, they'll say things like, well, it's just been a tough financial year, and the way the rand's performed and the oil price and all that sort of stuff, we feel we did well, but obviously the minus 50% growth is obviously due to that. Okay, cool. But if they do well, it'll be, oh, well, we just made some really good strategic decisions, and this innovation launch just really did well. And the fact that we fired 500 people, restructured the organization, really made the difference. And so that's why I'm giving the board and the CEO 10 million Rand bonus this year. Seems legit. CC your manager on all your good work. If you do something good and he doesn't know about it, that's a waste of time. Always CC him on good work. If someone emails you saying, wow, Gareth, or your name, what an amazing job you did, then you go, thank you, CCing your boss. Always be contactable. This will be the last tip for today's little session. Always be contactable on your cell phone and email. And now with smartphones, that's pretty easy, because you can just get your email straight to your phone. Try avoid sharing your landline number, because if someone phones your landline and you're not there, they're going to think that you're bunking or you're not at your desk. Probably because you are, but you don't want people thinking that. That's the key. So give them your cell phone number, answer your calls, and you could be at your desk, you could be on the toilet, you could be at home playing Xbox. It doesn't matter. You answer your phone and people think you're working. I hope you enjoyed these. I have plenty more, at least 20 odd pages of free advice for you on how to avoid 8 hours of work a day. I hope that you're actually watching this video at work, because, fuck the system. And if you like the video, obviously if you want to share it with your colleagues for a bit of a lull at work, share that. Please don't share it with your boss, because they're going to be aware of all these secrets. And if you are a boss, now you're aware of all your employee secrets. Until next time, I've been Gareth, and this has been Business Time.